Hey guys, this is Colby from Ad Astra Reptiles. We just got a new light bar in today for our 36 by 18 by 36 terrarium. So figured I'd go ahead and do an unboxing for that, tell you guys a little bit about it, let you see it, and then once we're done with that, go ahead and go and show you what it looks like on that terrarium. So just to start with, this is the light that we got. It's the Arcadia Jungle Dawn, 51 watts, 34 inches long, or 870 millimeters. It's the largest light bar that they make, the longest one. It puts out 141 lumens per watt, so at 51 watts, that makes it about 7,638 lumens total. So it's pretty bright, is basically what that means. It puts out quite a bit of light. Now this is an LED bar, so what that means is it's going to put out visible spectrum light that's good for photosynthesis for terrarium plants, but it's not going to put out any kind of UVA or UVB light. Now there is a solution to that, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but this light bar on its own will not provide any UVA or UVB. So if you've got a reptile that needs that, you're going to have to do a little bit of supplementing to this bar. And actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and open the box, get into it, and then we can talk more about that UVA and UVB in a minute. Alright, let's get into opening this box. So we've already opened this, but I'm going to go ahead and re-unbox it so you guys can see everything. First thing in there is these mounts. Comes with screws and drywall anchors already, so if you were going to put it on a wall, or you could mount it in the inside of a cage, there's mounts for those. We are not going to be using those. We're going to just put this on top of our terrarium. But they're there if you need them. And then there's a couple of wires that come in it. So I'll go over those. First one, and probably most important, is your power cable. And it comes with a little toggle switch, one of the little circle toggle switches for turning it on and off. But if you're anything like us or a lot of keepers, you'll attach this to a timer of some sort. Just keep it on the on position. But the option to turn it off is always there. So you don't have to unplug it to turn it off, essentially. Now the second cable is one that UVA and UVB feature comes in with. So you can use this is a link cable to, if you had more of these light bars, you could make a circuit of up to 10 of them, and each one comes with a link cable, so you could just make that circuit, and then you would only need one power cord, and it would power all of those lights, only need one outlet, so that's really nice. You can also use this to connect it to Pro T5 lighting fixtures, and those you can put they have the fluorescent tubes that you put in there, and so you can get a UVA, UVB fluorescent light bulb for those. So that's where, no, this doesn't have UVA and UVB on its own, but you can link it to another one easily that does, and that's actually something that we're going to do. That lighting fixture just hasn't come in for us yet, so today we're only looking at this LED bar. So I'll go ahead and get it out. Maybe. So this is the LED light bar, and if you can see in there kind of the rows, it's in rows or columns of 3 LEDs, and they go all the way across this thing. So there are a ton of little LEDs on this, and that's where it puts out over 7,000 lumens, because it's got just, I'm not going to sit in here and count them for you, but it's a lot, okay? And just really, really nice looking. It looks really professional, really clean. You know, it's not going to look cheap sitting on top of your enclosure, or if you mount it on the wall, it's going to look really nice. It looks like, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of mixed numbers here because I feel like the manual says that you can link 10 of these. And it does come with this little informational pamphlet. The link cable will allow for up to 10 light units from one power source. However, the box, and I think the top of this, says less than or equal to 8 linked units. So I would probably go by the 8. Not 10.
It's because of the length.
Because of the length.
The smaller light bars, you can do 10. You gotta imagine how much more power that long light bar takes than a small one.
Okay, well, I had just read the manual, and the manual said 10 light units, including the Pro T5 UVB kit, which is what we are getting.
Okay.
But since it's bigger, I guess, I would stick with 8 or less. I always would go with the smallest number that's said rather than be like, well, it says 10 once. And mostly it says 8. So there you go. I'm correcting myself. 8 units linked on this. And that would be like between them. So if you had 4 of these and 4 of the Pro T5s, that would be your 8 links. You wouldn't want 8 of these and then toss on another Pro T5 or something. So that's pretty much, not much else to look at. It's a light bar. Next thing I want to do is just go ahead and take this and set it up in the terrarium and just show you guys what it looks like when you have it mounted and there's plants that it's got to kind of fight through, and just see what it looks like on that tall of a cage. So I'm going to go to the room and I will see you guys in there. Alright, so we're in the room with the terrarium now. This is our ZoomEd 36 by 18 by 36 enclosure. Doesn't have any animals in it yet, but we've got it all set up for bioactive and got the plants. And on top of it, we have just a really basic, like, Amazon aquarium light. It does the job. It's made to keep plants alive, to help them grow, but you can see that it really doesn't penetrate much to the bottom of the enclosure here. And I wanted to have it as a comparison between, just a basic, you can buy at Amazon or Walmart or something, aquarium light versus the Arcadia one that we just got. So here's how it is now, and I'm going to go ahead, I have to get underneath it because that's where the little scroll wheel is, and flip on that Arcadia Jungle Dawn light and just show you how bright it is. Okay, so 7,100-ish lumens. That's what that looks like. And really at this point, if I come over here and shut off this aquarium light, it's almost unnoticeable that that light's missing because you've got so much coming from here. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but just you can see that this light is penetrating way farther down toward the ground of the terrarium here. Like, these are super lit up now, and they weren't when we just had that aquarium light on. So we've got it set up at the back here. You can, depending on where you put it, it definitely changes the distribution of the light. I'd probably have it forward enough that it hits some of this ground cover. But yeah, I think this is going to do a lot better job of getting to all those plants in there, really making sure that our terrarium can thrive, because this is going to be totally bioactive and have some green bush rat snakes in it. So I want to make sure that we get it really going before we put those guys in here. If you are interested in getting a light like the one that we got, we personally get ours from Reptile Basics. We're not sponsored by them or anything. It's just that's where we go to get our lights. It's where we got the light for our other terrarium that's in the room. It's the same brand. But if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments. If you want to see some of our reptiles, or just generally more of our things, then you can go to Ad Astra Reptiles, and that's AD_Astra, ASTRA_reptiles. That's on Instagram. If you want to see more of our videos, you can follow us here on YouTube. So thanks for watching, guys. This can link to other Jungle Dawn 34-inch light bars. You can have up to 10 of them on a circuit, or it can also link to the, dang it, Pro 50.
T5 Pro.
Dang it. I didn't have my notes up. That's a bummer. Bloopers. You recorded it. Snake. I'm an adult.